this is still quite a cerebral exploration. It's quite an intellectual exploration still. But as I said, it's come back into this. But there was a big transition of unknown where this analytical mind didn't play. It had to be let go of. That's part of the embodiment that's happening with Bernardo in his own way, but this way seems to be accelerated by a very deep leaning into the unknown, which just didn't make any sense whatsoever, can never be made sense of, and then also the okayness with that then allows all this thinking mind to come back in and play in a completely different perspective and way. And every time it gets carried away with its story, just sees that and that falls away because it's just, and there's times that'll happen, but it's none of it's totally caught up in, and there can be identification, doesn't matter. It's all like a dream. All thought, all stories and all mind games, they're all like a dream. So they're all as equal value, as I said. They're all equally valued or seen as just what they are. I was going to say unimportant or no value, but it's not even that. It's just what they are. Because it's all one vibrant, beautiful blossoming of energy playing. It's quite amazing when you really... Anyway, you got to go?
One question, but it could be that in a few minutes' time the bell goes and I'll just have to open the door. But maybe there was a question, but I didn't want to interrupt you. But maybe we can talk about it next time. But I'll pose it now, and maybe you can think about it. Maybe you can answer it straight away. And if you have to go now, you have to go.
No, I don't. I've got some minutes. It's all right.
At the one hand, this is vibrant energy. It's all the time changing, expressing in all these different ways. So it's very energetic, alive. But do you think that the ultimate nature is quietness, peace, stillness? Is that its intrinsic nature? And is our... Yeah, that it seems to be a paradox. You understand? On the one hand, it's expressing, it's alive, it's full on, and a lot of non-dualist or spiritual teachers go to your true nature is pure being, pure stillness, pure peace. And that seems contradictory. It probably isn't, but I just wanted your take on that.
Well, it's all... There's no separation in any of that anyway. So it feels like a bright, vibrant stillness. Because the stillness is there and the vibrance is there. It's like saying, is any of this apparent vibrance happening? And most human beings would say, it seems to be. That's part of this. That's an expression of this. But also when it's looked at deeply, it's that stillness of the mind can be tapped into, can be rested into and noticed, that ultimately it's stillness vibrantly playing.
Yeah.
Because it's all one. And energy happens, but ultimately it's not one or the other, because that would separate it. It's still the same thing. And it has a deep stillness to it, but it's also vibrantly playing. But also all of that, I think it's a bit of a mind game for the human mind to understand it, because when it finds peace, it goes, there's relief there in the stillness. And so this must be ultimately better to be still. There is a sort of a leaning into, it's better if it's still because it sounds better, but it doesn't matter. It's bright stillness, vibrant stillness, because the stillness is there anyway as part of it, and the vibrance is there also as part of it. Without the human mind wanting it to be a certain peaceful way to get relief from the noise. That's also let go.